After Sergio Purini drops out. Here's now Decanvacant sets out his side. 5 starts on the trot for Neil McCann, which won't do him any harm. And Torre-Andre Flo continues his comeback from injury on the bench. The much maligned Bert Conterman had the best game I've seen him play at the weekend against Hibs. The Rangers fans may be about to see the best of the Dutch international. The St Johnstone supporters weren't long in taking Momo Sila to their hearts. He started off as a right back, but looks more comfortable the further he gets pushed forward. Tommy Lovenkrantz is in the St Johnstone starting lineup for the first time in 2.5 months. And Michael O'Neill is there from kick-off as well, hoping his latest loan spell from Wigan is injury-free. Nick Dasovic and Paddy Connolly drop to the bench. So Sandy Clark has Gary Bullen in the back 3, Lovenkrantz and Darren Dodds are the wing-backs, and the plan is to play Sila just off 10-goal Keegan Parker. The Boxing Day referee at Ibrox is Mike McCurry. Rangers kick off. They haven't lost in the league in 2 months. After an October they would rather forget. And that included a defeat against today's opponent, St Johnstone. That was at McDermott Park, BBC Live match, when Sila and Parker scored the goals and St Johnstone won by 2-1. It was one of 3 matches in a month in which Rangers were beaten. And here's an interesting start for the Perth team. And some defending for Lorenzo Amoruso to do. And Fernando Rickson as well, as Michael O'Neill threatened down the left side. Top 6 has to be the target for St Johnstone, and Sandy Clark very realistic about what a trip to Ibrox means. Reina to De Boer, good change of pace, change of direction, good effort saved by Alan Main, and cleared by Boland. That was good play from Ronald De Boer. He's a player who seems to be growing in confidence. Now he's shaken off his injury problems, and that was a test for Main. Arthur Newman on his left foot, chipped up for Michael Moles. It's through over the top of Gary Boland's head, and well, Boland was relieved to see that Michael Moles couldn't get that quickly under control. If he had done, there was a real chance of a crack at goal. Long ball from Boland, headed away by Conterman. Kept in by Rickson for O'Neill. This is a good run from Lovenkrantz. And nothing Lorenzo Amoruso could do other than knock that behind for a corner kick. Pretty pacey performance this from Lovenkrantz. Left Conterman in his trail. And here's the corner kick from Sila, and the header from Darren Dodds clips the crossbar on its way over. And the closest thing we've had so far to a goal. Good effort this from Dodds at the set piece. If he'd got over that a little bit more, might well have been able to steer that under the crossbar. Here's De Boer again, sure of touch. McCann did well to get the pass away to Newman. Tempting ball in, headed away. And what a brilliant save that is from Alan Main. You'd have thought, and certainly Claudio Reina did, that Alan Main had to be a beaten man here. After Newman crossed the ball, it was McCluskey's header away, driven in by Reina. And Alan Main saw little of this, and pure instinct touched the ball over the top. Looks a little bit bemused, there's Michael Moles. He's being substituted after only 29 minutes of the match. It doesn't seem to be an injury problem. It looks as if Dick Advocat just wants to make a straight swap. It's not really been happening so far for Moles, and you can see a clear look of disgust on his face as he's about to be replaced with less than half an hour gone. His Boxing Day action is over, and it's Kenny Miller who's on in his place, and Michael Moles heading straight down the tunnel. Dick Advocat never too bothered about hurting anyone's feelings, and it certainly goes for the substitution early on of Moles. Here's Reyna. Lofted in for Miller. It breaks for Neil McCann. Rangers ahead. 31 minutes gone. Neil McCann strikes. St Johnstone won't look at this rerun with too much glee, because Neil McCann was gloriously unmarked at the far post, and how he made St Johnstone pay. From this angle you'll see him drift in goes Darren Dodd, sucked into the centre, and that allowed Neil McCann the time and the room to get the ball down and volley it with his left foot. His third goal of the season. Rangers 1 up. Challenge from Boland. Good skill from Ronald de Boer, and that's in from McCann. Now Barry Ferguson. Reyna for de Boer, almost. That's a great defensive header by Jim Weir. That looked as if it was heading right into the path of Ronald de Boer, and it was so important that he diverted that away. De Boer's corner kick, and so close to a second goal for Rangers. Lorenzo Amoruso has his head in his hands, deflected off a St Johnstone head, and Lorenzo Amoruso had a great chance there to stretch Rangers' lead. The first half is over, and maybe the biggest threat to Rangers here is the gathering mist around Ibrox. Neil McCann with the only goal so far. Rangers very much in control of the match, although they've done precious little attacking St Johnstone, but they might well have taken the lead with that set piece and Darren Dodd's header clipping the top of the crossbar. This was an amazing stop by Alan Main to deny Claudio Reyna, giving Rangers the lead, but the goal was always coming, and in 31 minutes it did. Neil McCann not picked up at the far post, and Rangers, who need to keep on winning to keep their title challenge intact, are on course to do just that. They lead St Johnstone by 1-0 at half-time. St Johnstone make a change during the interval. Nick Dazovic is on, and it's a straight swap because it's Paul Kane who's off. It's nearly 30 years since St Johnstone won at Ibrox. They've only won here ever 3 times in their history, and the last was April 1971. And they certainly don't seem set to rewrite the record books here. Sandy Clark well aware that his team was outplayed in the first half, but equally well aware that they're only 1 goal down. See that to Dasovic. O'Neill to Boland. Try again. Lining up the shot, Danny Boland. Good hit. Punched away by Stefan Klos, as he's wont to do. Now it's Reyna. De Boer for Reyna. The ball caught under his feet, but still has it. And now works it left for Neil McCann. Kenny Miller to go at it. Here's Fernando Rickson! His first goal for Rangers, and it's a spectacular one. A blistering finish from Fernando Rickson, and how he enjoyed that. Set up by Neil McCann's cross, which was missed by everyone. And he got superb contact here. And the shot simply flew past Alan Main. 9 minutes into the second half. And Fernando Rickson makes it 2-0 Rangers. It's a good pass and a good run from Kenny Miller, kept himself onside. Good footwork from Flo. Two guys lined up for the shot. It was a good one, and Alan Main makes the save, and then the follow-up stop as well, because Neil McCann was sniffing around after the rebound. Good play from Miller, and then from Flo to work the ball on for two guy. Struck it well, and that was a good stop. And there's Arthur Newman again, looking to make up for lost time, having missed the matches against Dundee United and Hibs through suspension. First touch for Alan Johnston. And Kenny Miller's shot back off the post. And he can't stick away the rebound opportunity either. Well, what a masterly introduction this might have been for Dick Advocat. Had Alan Johnston with his first involvement set up goal number 3. It was a lovely cross, and Kenny Miller looked on in some pain as the header came back off the upright. Spurt of pace, the 1-2 with Flo, and a run from Amoruso. Looks up hopefully, hoping for a penalty kick here as he went between Dodds and Boland, and there was no contact. Lorenzo Amoruso was quickly hauled back to his feet, having launched his appeal for a penalty kick. It was certainly a neat little 1-2. But no question that was not a penalty. To Guy Ferguson and Newman. Another chance for Johnston to run at Dodds. Heads to the byline this time. And there's goal number 3. And you don't get much closer range than that for Tore-André Flo. This all down to the work of Alan Johnston, the fumble by Alan Main, who can barely believe it, and Flo scores his second Rangers goal. Well, it's all going according to plan for Rangers in the festive spell. 2 wins out of 2. They beat Hibs on Saturday by a goal to 0, and they've beaten St Johnstone this afternoon by 3. And this was only ever a question of how many Rangers were going to score. It was one-way traffic, and Rangers hope to keep up their pursuit of Celtic and of Hibs at the top of the SPL. Final score at Ibrox, Rangers 3, St Johnstone 0.
I think the way we played, controlling the whole game from the first minute to the last minute. We scored 3 goals. I was hoping on more, but no, at the end I was quite pleased.
I can't complain about the result, Rob. I thought Rangers, I thought we started reasonably well, but after maybe the initial 15 minutes when we had a couple of wee half chances, I thought Rangers played exceptionally well after that. It put us under a lot of pressure and really stopped us playing, just didn't allow us to play.
You really didn't do much attacking because you weren't allowed to attack?
Well, I think that's it. I'm trying to work out if we were poor or they were good, and I think you give Rangers credit for playing exceptionally well in spells of the match, and they worked very hard as a team, and their only threat really was at set pieces. But to be fair, lads, we managed to get a few corners and free kicks, and we might have sneaked a goal.
It's a big challenge for Rangers because there's very little margin for error at the moment with Celtic so far ahead.
Yeah, the gap is a little bit big, but we're going to fight until the end, and it's not over yet.
And I think those are the sort of chances that you'll generally put away.
Yeah, I think most people could have scored that goal, but still it was nice to have a goal.
There seems to be a lot of confidence growing in the team. It seems to be getting better and better as players get back and get fitter.
Yeah, that's what I have always said. We have enough quality in the squad to do something, and you can see the change we can make during the game that helps the team. So now again, we're all hoping till the break, and then after the break, probably most of the players will be fit. And I think the second half of the season you can still see a good Rangers team.